We listen to other people's opinions because we want to be open-minded and we want to hear what they have to say about a subject. Or for some of us, we listen to other people's opinions because we don't trust our own opinion of something. Perhaps it's a decision we want to make or need to make, and it could be a big life-changing decision, or it can even be an everyday decision with little consequences. Yet, we don't make it. Why not? If we haven't been used to making decisions, we may not feel self-confident to make them. It can feel uncomfortable and trigger feelings of anxiety. It doesn't mean you can't do them. It just means it's something new for you. And yes, it's a skill that can be learned. Today's show will empower you to start taking your personal power back. Enough with people telling us what to do with our life, and it's time for us to start making those decisions, those choose happy choices that will result in living the life that we really want for ourselves. Come on in. It's time to choose happy. Today is a new day and you have a choice. Do you want to stop the negative thoughts and live your life free of the limiting stories and fear that stands in your way of living a happy life? If you answered yes, you're in the right place. Hi, welcome to the Choose Happy with Marie show. I am so happy you're here. My name is Marie. I'm a happiness coach and author of the Choose Happy affirmation cards. For the majority of my life, I didn't feel I deserved to live a happy life due to past trauma that had happened to my family. So how does someone who didn't feel worthy of being happy finally live a happy life? Well, I learned the power of choosing happy. In 2020, I felt called to share what I learned with others. I authored affirmations to rewrite the negative thoughts that were a constant cycle in my head. And I published those affirmations that has become the Choose Happy affirmation card deck. It is now over 600 card decks in circulation internationally. You are not your negative thoughts. You deserve to be happy today. In this podcast, you will learn 3 things. The first, you will learn positive self-talk using affirmations aligned with healthy habits. Number 2, tangible ideas to overcome the limiting beliefs. And number 3, everyday living solutions to cultivate a positive mindset and live a happy life. It's time to get off the hamster wheel of everyday living and intentionally living our life, one choose happy choice at a time. Come on in. We are choosing happy. Hello, how are you? I hope you're having a really nice day. I'm having a good day. I'm coming off from a cold, so I may sound a little funny in this episode. I have been trying to delay recording this episode, but I want to make sure it gets in the queue so that it makes it to you. So I'm going to try not to cough on this episode, so I may be pausing it occasionally so that I can cough. But I will make an effort that you won't be hearing any coughing. But it's definitely been a tough winter for me. I have gotten sick a couple of times, and so it's been really tough. I hope you are all feeling well and doing well. So for today's episode, I wanted to tap into how we often turn to others to help us make decisions. And that's a good thing. Friends and family, they all mean well with their, unsolicited advice sometimes. So we're not necessarily asking for the advice. They are giving the advice. And they mean well. Absolutely, they do mean well. But did you know that when we ask them for their opinion on something, the opinion that they can give to us is a reflection of how they live their life. So when you're asking an opinion from them, the only perspective they have is how they live their life. And yes, they know you and they can help us in that way. But your life is your life and it's unique. It's different from anybody else's. I know that we want to turn to others and we want to validate our opinions on something. But maybe we know something very well, but we just haven't learned how to trust our opinion about things. And I say that because I used to think that everyone else knew more than me. And sometimes I still do. I sometimes still go back to that negative thought pattern. And sure, there are areas of life that I don't know a whole lot about. Absolutely. And I can turn to my friends who are much better cooks and decorators and all that wonderful stuff for tips. It doesn't mean I can't do them. It just means that's not an area of my expertise. What I'm referring to today is not about people who are experts in different areas, but rather people who are part of our everyday life, who are telling us how to live our life. It's time for you and me to stand on our own 2 feet and say, thank you very much. I'll take your opinion into consideration. Because that's what it is. It is an opinion. It doesn't mean that you have to follow it. And you can take it as information, but I'm encouraging you to take it only as information, not the word, and to allow yourself to trust your heart and your gut to make that decision that you need to do. Speaking of making decisions and choosing to do things, I just want to take a very brief pause because I really want to thank listeners of the show. I truly do treasure you. I treasure this journey that we are on together, choosing happy. And whenever you leave a testimonial for me on any of the podcast apps, I really appreciate it. And or if you send me an email, I read them all and it truly does touch my heart. And it gives me fuel to keep going on the show. So I do appreciate you very much. So this review is from Nia, and she says the following. I have a short commute to work, and the short episodes are amazing because I get to hear all of it at once and I don't lose the continuity. Tips are very helpful, and I can see myself applying them to my everyday life. Thank you so much, Marie, for your lovely work and effort. Thank you, Nia. I really do appreciate you taking time to leave a review. All right, let's get into today's show. 3 ways to embrace the power of choosing happy and telling others, thank you for your opinion. I will take that into consideration. So what are 3 ways that we can bring into our life that will help empower us to make more choices? So the first one, let's start with, let's stop living our life with the following words: should and should not going through our mind. How about if we just started there? Whether it be from the career that we should aim for, to whether we should buy a house or rent and having a family or not, everyone has an opinion on how we should or should not lead our life. It's time for us to break free from those negative thoughts, whether it's the thoughts that we embrace in our mind or that we are hearing from others. They are just societal expectations that keep us from living our unique life. So if you find yourself saying the words should and should not, it's okay to not use those words, although they may have become a habit. And so you may not notice you're saying those words. So you'll have to start being observant and see if you are or you are not using those words. The second way to embrace the power of choosing happy, empower yourself with the word no. I know many of you, including myself, have people-pleasing tendencies. And yes, we want to make everyone happy. But I ask you, what's the cost? Is it at the cost of your own happiness? Saying no actually is an empowering word. You reclaim your power when you say no. Whether it be, no, this isn't what I want, or simply the word no with nothing else. Did you know that the word no can be a sentence in itself? Yep, you can answer no without providing any other details. That took a little bit of training for me to start doing that without feeling guilty that I need to provide an explanation. And sometimes I will still find myself wanting to explain to my friends or my partner as to why I can't or won't do something. But actually, no is no. And I've gotten better at this, and you will too. And it just takes practice. It's just a muscle that you need to use. And don't apologize either. You are entitled to say no if what is being proposed does not work for you. You don't need to feel guilty, and you don't need to give an explanation. So if you're looking for permission, I'm giving you permission to say no when it isn't working for you. The third way on how you can embrace the power of choosing happy is start dreaming again. What do you want for your life? Are you living it today? How could you start living pieces of the life that you want today? One of the first things I do when I'm working with clients is invite them to dream. I have a worksheet that I ask them to fill out on their own time in a space where they feel that they can really think about the life they want for themselves. I suggest to them that they get dressed in clothes that make them feel good. Maybe put on their favorite jewelry, style their hair, whatever they can do to help feel good about themselves. And after she fills it out, we meet and she shares with me her dreams in a safe environment. No judgment, no expectations, just a safe space to dream. We need to dream. And so many of us, we are just on this constant hamster wheel of everyday living that has so much negativity. And it's really difficult to dream when you're in negative thoughts. And I know that we're busy. So many of us have very busy families. And we're just making it. We're just keeping the family going on the everyday routine. But then we're not really living the life that we really want for ourselves. You need to give yourself time to dream. And if you're joining me in Choosing Happy, and I think you are because you're listening to the show, you first need to know what you want for your life. What you want is not going to be the same as what I want, or your sister wants, or your mother wants, and that's okay. We each have our own unique dreams. And then, once you know what your dreams are, you can start living parts of that dream today, even if it's just a very small part, but it's something that you can start living. So just reach out to me via email if you would like to book some time for a complimentary call, and we can start talking about that. We can start talking about what that dream can be for you. As for next steps, I invite you to think about a decision that you could do today. A decision that you're going to do that you won't ask the opinion of others. Not your partner, not your friend, not your sister, not your mother. Start with a small decision. Just make one. Start building the muscle that you need to start crafting your Choose Happy life. And let me know what happens afterwards. Let me know how you feel when you start empowering yourself to make decisions. You can send me an email, or you can connect with me on the Facebook group, or even on the Instagram page. You're welcome to send me a DM. I'm not very active there in posting, but I do connect with people via the Instagram DMs. As you know, I have this full-time job that I have to continue. The full-time corporate job, I am limited in time, so my focus and energy is delivering this show and serving our community in the Facebook group and via email too, as you become a Choose Happy member. So if you're looking for a space where there is only positivity and not the fake stuff, just heart-centered positivity, join us in our Facebook group and become a member of Choose Happy. I want to leave you with a quote from Ralph Waldo Emerson. Once you make a decision, the universe conspires to make it happen. It's time for you to make your desired happy life a reality. Let's do this. You in? Wishing you a wonderful day choosing happy. Cheers! I hope today's episode empowered you to choose happy as you live your upcoming week. If so, please take a minute and share this episode with a family or friend who could benefit from it. I'd also love it if you could take 30 seconds and leave a review on your podcast app. Just scroll down and you'll see the space to leave a review. Doing this helps the show be found by others who are also looking to break free from negative thoughts and live a happy life. Remember to sign up to become a Choose Happy member to receive free resources as they become available. Link is in the show notes. Thank you for listening. Take good care and see you next week.